For most families, your child turning 18 is a massive celebration. It's graduation, driving tests, and stepping into adulthood. But if you're a parent on a temporary visa here in Australia, your child's 18th birthday is actually a ticking clock. And honestly, it's a huge source of anxiety. We call it the Dependency Cutoff, and every year we see families blindsided by it. Under Australian migration law, the second your child turns 18, the Department of Home Affairs no longer assumes they are dependent on you. They are treated as an independent adult. And if you're trying to secure their future in Australia on a child visa, like the Subclass 101 or 802, you suddenly have a massive burden of proof on your shoulders. To keep your 18-year-old on your visa pathway, you have to prove, with an airtight paper trail, that they are entirely dependent on you for food, shelter, and clothing. And here's where so many applications fail. That dependency must strictly be because they are in full-time study. This means you need bank statements, rent receipts, and formal academic transcripts. It also means that part-time job you encourage them to get to build a good work ethic, that can actually be fatal to their visa application. If the department looks at their income and decides they could support themselves, even if you're paying their rent, they can be deemed legally independent. One misstep, and they lose their eligibility. But perhaps the most heartbreaking rule is the no gap requirement. Taking a gap year between high school and university is an Australian tradition. But for a temporary visa holder relying on dependent status, a gap year is legally fatal. If your child finishes high school, turns 18, and delays university for a year to work or travel, they break the continuous study requirement. Once that chain is broken, they can never regain dependent status for this visa. Even if they go back to full-time study a year later, the damage is done. The rules around financial dependency, full-time study, and the ultimate age limit of 23 are incredibly strict. And the margin for error is effectively zero. We've written a comprehensive breakdown of exactly how this dependency cutoff works, the difference between onshore and offshore applications, and the exact evidence you need to start gathering right now. Read the full article to understand the details. The link is right down in the description. The transition into adulthood shouldn't be a time of intense legal anxiety that threatens to separate your family across international borders. If your child is 16 or 17, the window to structure their finances and study plans is closing rapidly. You need to look at your family's situation as a whole, not just one visa at a time. Don't wait until they age out. Click the link in the description to request a parent and child multi-generational strategy audit with our Think Visa team. We'll review your timeline and build a cohesive roadmap to keep your family together in Australia. Reach out today and let's secure their tomorrow.